If you are watching the new season of Singles Inferno, you might have noticed something curious. All the men seem to be completely mesmerized by Lee Se-an, even though the show features several other beautiful women. But why? Is it just her beauty? In fact, there's something more behind this preference that you may not have noticed. Stay tuned to this video as we explore Korea's beauty standards, Se-an's undeniable charm, and even compare her to other contestants to understand why she stands out so much this season. Beauty standards. To explain this whole situation, I need to take a step back and walk you through what Asian beauty standards are and how they originated, particularly in Korea. In South Korea, beauty standards are deeply rooted in the country's culture and history. The emphasis on fair skin and a slender figure has origins dating back centuries. Traditionally, pale skin was associated with nobility and the upper class, as it signified that a person did not need to work outdoors, avoiding sun exposure. This association between fair skin and elevated social status continues to this day. In addition to fair skin, other features are highly valued in Korean aesthetics. Traits such as a small face, a V-shaped jawline, large eyes with double eyelids, and a thin nose are often considered ideal standards of beauty. These attributes are so coveted that South Korea has become one of the countries with the highest rates of plastic surgery per capita in the world, with many people undergoing procedures to align with these standards. In the world of K-pop and K-dramas, for example, these standards are clearly evident. Idols and actors frequently showcase these features, serving as beauty role models for the Asian public. For instance, figures like Yoona, actress and member of the group Girls' Generation, and Suzy, actress and former member of Miss A, are often cited as epitomes of Korean beauty, embodying many of the traits mentioned. The pressure to conform to these standards is intense, especially for young women. South Korean society places a significant emphasis on appearance, which is reflected in various aspects of life, from job opportunities to social interactions. This focus on aesthetics drives many people to invest time and resources in skincare, makeup, and cosmetic procedures. However, it's important to note that emerging movements are challenging these rigid standards. Campaigns like Escape the Corset encourage women to reject traditional beauty expectations, promoting acceptance of diversity and the value of individuality. In summary, South Korea's beauty standards are the result of a combination of historical, cultural, and social influences. While there is growing awareness and a movement toward embracing different forms of beauty, many still succumb to the pressure to conform. And this brings us to the undeniable interests of nearly all the contestants in Lee Se-an. Lee Se-an is what they want. When it comes to Lee Se-an, it's easy to see why she has become the center of attention on Singles Inferno. She is practically the embodiment of Korean beauty standards. Flawless, fair skin, a small and symmetrical face, a well-defined nose, and eyes that immediately captivate anyone's attention. Additionally, her slender and well-maintained figure further reinforces this image, aligning perfectly with the physical type that has been celebrated in Korea for decades. But Se-an isn't just a pretty face. The healthy appearance she exudes adds to her allure. Unlike some contestants who might appear fragile, Se-an radiates vitality. This has been evident in challenges on the show, where she demonstrated skill and physical endurance, consistently standing out among the others. This balance between beauty and physical strength is a significant draw, especially in a reality show where appearance matters as much as performance in challenges. Moreover, Se-an has a subtle, almost shy charm that creates an air of mystery around her. While other contestants might be bolder or more direct, she maintains a more reserved yet friendly demeanor. This makes the men on the show view her as someone who needs to be won over, further increasing their interest in her. There's no shortage of examples. Jung Theo, for instance, was one of the first to show the interest in Se-an, making it clear that he was drawn to her combination of beauty and calm behavior, and hasn't shown interest in any other woman so far. Kim Jong-soo, who typically doesn't commit easily, is another who hasn't hidden his admiration for her. Yeok Jun-seo, despite trying to connect with other contestants, always seems to turn his attention back to Se-an, clearly captivated by her demeanor. This brings us to another important point, the contrast between Se-an and the other contestants. While many of the women on the show also fit into Korea's beauty standards, few possess the full package that Se-an offers. Her natural beauty, combined with her physical abilities and charming personality, creates an irresistible combination. And it's not just her physical appearance that draws the participants in. The way Se-an carries herself in interactions, polite and respectful without being submissive, resonates deeply in a culture that values harmony and balance. She manages to be graceful without coming across as forced, something many consider rare, especially in a competitive environment like Singles Inferno. Another point that stands out is how she seems entirely unaware of the impact she has. She doesn't spend her time showing off, for being the most sought-after contestant, or at least it doesn't seem that way. This naturalness, mixed with a hint of innocence, makes participants see her as someone special, who doesn't try to place herself above others. This is evident in moments on the show where, without even trying, she ends up capturing everyone's attention just by being herself. Lee Si-yeon is a living representation of everything considered ideal in Korea: beauty, health, grace, and mystery. But beyond that, she demonstrates how beauty standards still deeply influence preferences and behaviors on a show like Singles Inferno. While others might stand out temporarily, Si-yeon seems to have the perfect combination to stay in the spotlight for a long time. To solidify this point, we can compare Si-yeon to fellow contestant Bie Ji-yeon. Ji-yeon, for instance, has sparked conversations regarding Korean beauty standards. While Lee Si-yeon embodies the traditional ideal with her fair skin and delicate features, Ji-yeon presents an aesthetic that, although considered stunning by many, particularly in the West, doesn't entirely align with conventional Korean standards. Ji-yeon has a tanned complexion, which in Korean society is often not valued in the same way as lighter skin tones. On the show, it was observed that Ji-yeon was frequently overlooked by the male participants when it came to choosing their partners for Paradise. This sparked heated debates among viewers. Many netizens criticized the male contestants for seemingly avoiding Ji-yeon due to her skin tone, pointing to a clear case of colorism. Comments on social media emphasized that despite her evident beauty, Ji-yeon didn't receive the attention she deserved, possibly because she didn't fit the prevailing aesthetic norms in Korea. This isn't the first time Singles Inferno has faced accusations of colorism. In previous seasons, participants with darker skin were also seemingly overlooked, raising questions about representation and diversity on the show. The repetition of this pattern suggests a troubling trend, where skin tone influences interactions and preferences among contestants. While Lee Si-yeon perfectly aligns with Korean beauty ideals, making her naturally popular among the male participants, Ji-yeon represents a departure from these norms. Her presence highlights the need for deeper reflection on beauty standards in Korean society and how they shape perceptions and treatment of individuals. It's essential to recognize that beauty is subjective and culturally shaped. What one culture considers ideal can differ significantly from another. In the West, for example, tan skin tones are often associated with health and vitality, whereas in Korea, pale skin remains highly valued. This cultural disparity may explain why Ji-yeon, despite being considered incredibly attractive by many international viewers, didn't receive the same attention within the context of the show. The discussion surrounding Bie Ji-yeon in Singles Inferno 4 serves as a reminder of the persistent influence of cultural beauty standards and the importance of questioning them. By celebrating a broader range of aesthetics and promoting inclusion, television shows and other media can play a crucial role in redefining what is considered beautiful, both in Korea and globally. So, does it make sense now why Lee Si-yeon has captured the interest of the men in Singles Inferno? While she adheres closely to Korean beauty standards, contestants like Bie Ji-yeon bring up important conversations about diversity. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.